Okay, so today we will work on the PTA page for every school. So the first step will be to meet with your web content manager for each school. And once you meet, he will then send me an email to request a username and a password for you. Once you do that, then you will go ahead and watch my video tutorial, and this should help you on how to add content to that page. So the first thing you're going to do is once you have your username and password, this will be the URL that you would use to log in, which is dcps.duvalschools.org/admin. I recommend that you use Firefox. You can also use Internet Explorer, but I usually prefer Firefox. So once you hit enter, it will bring you to this page, and you will then put in your username and your password. You would click on sign on. So once you're logged in, you will still need to click on Site Manager. This will bring you to the back end of the website, and this is where you will be working on. The school that we will work on today is Paxson. So we will find that school first. And here we go. Okay. So now we're in Paxson. So usually you could select the school from here, or you can also select your school from the drop-down menu. So this is Site Manager, and this is another option where you can select your school. And again, today we're going to work with Paxson. Okay, so this is the home page for Paxson. You will only have access to your PTA or PTSA page, which will be normally located under Parents. So you will click on Parents, and then every school should already have a page created that's PTA. So then you would select your page. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my page, and it brings you to this section. What you can do from here is once again click on the page, or under Actions you can click on Edit Page. So we're going to go ahead and click on Edit Page, and it brings us to this area. This will be your working space. Now I selected Paxson because we already have their information to put in, but most of you will just need to come up with a document similar to this to just prepare the content that you will be adding to your page. So let's start with the welcome message. So to start editing your page, all you have to do is click on the area that you will be working on. So notice how they all have a welcome area, contact us, and quick links. What this means is that you need a welcome message for your page. You also need, for instance, we have here board and contact, so contact information for your page. And then the last step would be links, so useful links or useful resources. So maybe you have an external PTSA website, a Facebook page, Duval County Council PTA, Florida PTA, National PTA, and Advocate for Kids. So I believe that these three here, all schools should have them. But you most likely have a different Facebook page and your own external website. So just make sure that you have gathered this information prior to adding content to the site. So let's start with the first step. So first we will click on the welcome section. And it will bring you to this area. So in this area, works similar like your Word document. You have your menu toolbar here, and then you can just copy and paste text. However, if you decide to copy and paste text, make sure that you clean up the formatting here, because it usually does not copy and paste the exact same formatting. You still have to change the font or maybe change the color. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this section right here. And I'm going to go ahead and paste my content. So notice how now I have a small text. And then I did notice that it says to join PTSA, click here. So what if I want to make this into a link? All I have to do is I'm going to copy this link, and I will show you how to link to a URL here. So the first step is I would then click on And notice how you have different options. If you want to add a small image, this is where you would click and we will do one. This is if you want to link to a document. And here finally is if you want to insert a link. So we will go ahead and click on this option here. And now it's a web address. So we will click on web address. Now I'm just going to go ahead and highlight my link and then copy and paste it here. But since you already have the HTTP, there's no need for you to keep this part. Okay, and then you would go ahead and click on insert link. And there you go. So you have now a linked URL and you also have your welcome text. Now, if you want to change the size for all of it, all you have to do is you highlight the entire text. I'm going to say font size 2. You have the different headers here and you can always change. I recommend using Verdana or Times New Roman, whichever one you prefer. And there you go. Now you have a some text to your page. If you, for those of you that want to add a small image, these are the steps. You can either click on the insert image icon. I recommend that you do thumbnail size because this area is pretty much assigned for a smaller picture. You can also select from an existing image, shared image, or clip art. So, so to show you what a clip art would look like, let me go ahead and click on clip art. And Schoolwires has a very large library of different clip art. So you would just have to select the subject. Let's see. Okay, so we have an image there. Let's just say that we select this one. Continue. You don't have to select the text, but I will make this image smaller. Oh. And notice how we have an image now there. Again, this could be anything you want, but this would be the area that you can assign it to. And then remember, you can just center the image, or we could just leave it where it was at. And then the last step would be to click on Save. So just to see what this looks like for now, you can always test it by clicking on View Website. And notice how you have now a text here, which is your welcome text, a link, and a small image. At the end, you will see what the final product will look like. So this is just the welcome section that we worked on. So again, you can click on X and it'll bring you back to the original page. So all you have to do is you click on PTSA page and it brings you back to this section. So now we're going to do our contacts. So all you have to do is you click on Contact Us. And since we're here, all you do is you could just copy the entire list. So I'm just going to go all the way to here because that seems that's an email account. And you paste it there. So you can copy and paste everything there. Remember, you can always just change the size. And then I'm going to make that you want to keep the font throughout your page the same. So if you change it in one section, make sure that you make all of the font similar to that section. And then remember, our last step is to click on Save. So just to see what that looks like now. So now we have our welcome message, our contact info, and we're missing one more thing, which is adding the links. So we're going to go back. And then remember, we go back here. Now we're at the section of quick links. Now quick links looks a little bit different, but essentially it's just as easy to add links. So we'll start with our first one here, which is Paxton SAS PTSA website. So you would click on New Link. We're going to give it that title. And see, this is why it's easier if you already have your document prepared. That way you could just copy and paste. Description is optional. But where it says address, this is where you need to add the URL. Okay. And then you click on save. So now you have a link here, which I will show you what the end product looks like. And then you can always change the order of the links. So we're going to go ahead and add the rest. So the next one says, this is their Facebook page. And again, those two might change for most schools. But the last three, all schools must have: the Florida, the National, and Advocate for Kids. So now we're going to go ahead and highlight our Facebook URL. And we're going to click on save. Okay. And then let's just add the rest of them. And then more. Two more, so the National PTA. So remember, those last three, all schools must have them. So you can always go to Paxson if you need those links. You can always visit their page. And our last one here is Advocate for Kids. Okay, so now we have all of our links. And then remember, you can rearrange the order. So I am going to do that because I want it to look exactly like my document here. So PTA website is the first one. So all you do is you put that one first. And then we have the Facebook one. And then it's third, fourth, and that's the last of the order. Then you would click on save. You can also sort them alphabetically. You would then click on save. And let's see what our product looks like. So this is what the final product will look like. And remember, essentially, all schools have the same page. So I definitely recommend that you first come up with a document similar to this one. That way it's just easier for you to copy and paste. And maybe you have an image or two here to add to your page. So this would be a great time for you to contact that web content manager for your school building so that they can request a username and password for you. And if you have any questions, you can always contact me. It's kielc@duvalschools.org. Thank you.